Oh, hi there. My face. Oh, yeah. I didn't think you'd notice. Darcy had a little bit too much to drink last night, and well, she kicked me in the face. Yeah, that's what happened. Hello, beautiful people. Schöne, Leute. Welcome to my channel. Thanks, guys, for checking in. Today, I will be doing a review on 90 Day Fiance. Before the 90 Days, Season 3, Episode 4. Yeah? But before I do, guys, well, before I do, a bit of explanation. Today, I'm looking a bit beaten up, yeah? Actually, in the course of what? Since Friday, there's been like a lot happening here. My son was in the hospital on Friday because he broke his legs. That's one story. And then on Sunday, I was in the hospital because I basically had a little accident riding and basically cracked my face open right here. As you can see, I still have the stitches in. I'm just coming from the doctor's office. Today, I thought I would have gotten another band on it, but the doctor is like, it's healing fine. Leave it open, and so that it can heal properly, I guess. I also have two scratches on my knee. They actually banded those again. So yeah, so sorry about the whole bride of Chucky look. Yeah. I couldn't do too much with my face today because well, up until yesterday was the first time I actually washed my face, and that's because I knew I was going to see the doctor and they were going to be taking it off. But I'm not allowed to wash my face, and so even now I'm not allowed to get hair wet. So I have to be doing wipes. Basically, I'm gonna have to be doing wipes on my face. So I can't do too much with the makeup. So yeah, you're getting the natural me today. Yeah, this is me. If you don't like it, that's too bad. Yeah, but every day people aren't gonna be beat to the gods, and well, I'm on YouTube with it. I'm comfortable. Moving on. And yeah, I kind of did some lipstick to kind of distract from what's happening above. I'm not sure if it's working. Anyways, guys, so we're here to discuss 90 Day Fiance, yeah? Okay, guys, so let's get into it. We're going to start off with, what's his face? Caesar, yeah? Because right now, Caesar has no storyline. And, I don't know what we're doing with Caesar. It's just like, watching Caesar is like complete eye roll moment, and I know I'm not the only one who's doing this, yeah? It's kind of like, okay, let's just be finished with him. If I could skip Caesar's part, I would, yeah? And probably next time I will, because honestly, guys, it's just too much, yeah? Caesar, when he's talking to the camera at this point, I feel like he's about to break out laughing. This relationship, and I've spent so much money, over 400,000 US dollars, so many years, so much money. And I really love her. And I know that she loves me. I trust her. I have a lot of faith in her. And I know she's not going to let me down. I believe in her. Yeah? What do you think, guys? Is that good enough? Yeah? You think I really captured the moment of lost love and that, you know, yearning for love, and I'm dying to meet my partner, and I'm so love struck, even though my story doesn't make any sense. Yeah? You sure? Do I need to like maybe do a little tear or something? Yeah, because I actually trade for that. I could muster up some tear. Yeah? No? It's good enough? So yes, that's Caesar basically. That's wrapping up Caesar's story in one. So Caesar is has booked his flight and he's traveling to Mexico, and Maria is basically on radio silence. Yeah, typical. Maria is on radio silence. She has not messaged him this whole time. He has been messaging her, sending her video messages, and she silence. Yeah. So of course he's getting a little nervous now. He's in the he's at the airport in Mexico, and apparently one of his luggage got lost. And, he's saying that, this is really terrible. It's the worst thing because he had his $100 ring in it to give her, engagement ring to give her. And some other stuff that he needed, and basically he's left without one of his bags, and he didn't get much help from the person at the airport. And at this point, I'm like, okay, Caesar, this is enough. This is a sign, yeah? This is a sign that you need to quit it. You're in Mexico already. Just enjoy your vacation. See if you can meet somebody nice in Mexico. Call it a day, yeah? Cut the crap. Because at this point, we are just really annoyed that somebody can even pretend to be so stupid. It's still annoying, yeah? So you need to cut with this foolishness. And at the end of the day, all these things that you've left and lost or whatever, it doesn't matter because she's not coming. And this story is wrapping up really quickly. Anyways, guys, so the next couple, guys, is Benjamin and Akini. So Benjamin has finished packing and he's booked his flight and he's heading to Kenya. Yeah, forgive me the last time for saying Nigeria. What did I say? Oh my gosh, forgive me, guys, for that mistake. That was, yeah, I already explained what happened. Now, Benjamin and Akini are supposed to be meeting in Kenya. And so, he's booked his flight. Before he did, he met with his son. We saw him meeting with his son, cute little boy. And he was explaining to him that he's taking a trip to go and meet his friend, which I think is good, yeah? He doesn't need to be telling him that, okay, I'm seeing this woman and I'm going to see her and I'm going to visit her and possibly, marry her and bring her back to be your mom, which we see a lot of the couples doing, trying to force their kids into, tell their kids that they're going to be meeting their father to be or their mother to be kind of thing, yeah? So it's good that he hasn't said anything to his son yet until he's actually gone and checked things out and know for sure what he's doing. But yeah, he's basically letting us know that he's broke as heck and he cannot afford this trip or afford to take care of a foreign bride. So I don't even know what Benjamin is doing because all he's doing is complaining about the money he doesn't have. So whatever. So then we skip to Kenya and we're seeing Akini. We get a little introduction of Akini and her sister this time was in the storyline. Her sister is her best friend, and this is where we found out that Akini didn't know before that Benjamin had a child. I'm not sure if he eventually told her, but he, even he said that he didn't say anything at first. So I don't know if I'm still waiting to find out if she knows, because he eventually told her or whatever. But the fact is, he never told her he had a child, and her sister, when she told her sister that there's this guy that she's talking to, and it's getting serious, and they're talking about marriage, and she really likes him, and Akini mentioned that he was one of those guys who wasn't asking for nude pictures, yeah. So that was important because dating online these days, those are some of the struggles. So anyways, yeah, so the sister basically went and did her own investigation, and that's when she found out that he has a child. So she's asking Akini, how does she feel about being a mother, because if he's going to get married to her, he's probably going to be wanting her to be a mother to his child. And Akini said, I can be the child's friend, but I don't know about being a mother. That's not where her mind is at. And I can understand that. I'm sure, you can understand that as well. So we'll see where this goes from here. Anyway, so she's telling us that, Benjamin is not usually her kind of guy. She likes tall, dark, and handsome men. And obviously, he's neither. Well, okay. Handsome is subjective. Tall as well. We found out later that he's actually taller than she thought he was. But yeah, she said, she ended up meeting him online, and yeah, he stood out because of the fact that he was a church-going man, and he wasn't asking for nudes, and all these other things. So, yeah, she's heading to the airport, and she's excited to meet him. She's also nervous. She said that This is her first interaction with white people. Yeah, first interaction with Caucasians. And you know, according to her sister, she's always watching TVs with white people, and she loves white people. And so apparently she has some kind of obsession, but she's never really met one. And everybody thinks that white people have money. So, you know, and that sounded a bit ignorant, I won't lie. You know, when she said that, I was like, she's not exactly helping the whole idea of the foreign bride who's looking for the white savior to come and, you know, take his money and the whole thing. But, you know, I'll look past that a bit because Akin has some sincerity to her. So let's skip ahead. They met at the airport, and guys, yeah, there was no awkward like hey, or like, you know, there's no awkward anything. You know, it was like she was happy to see him when he came through the departures arrival section, or the section where you receive travelers. She was so excited to see him, and she ran into his arm. It was the usual hugging. She gave him a big juicy, not even just a big juicy kiss. She gave him like a big full French kiss, yeah, big full kiss, and that was kind of sweet. You know, it was like, okay. Well, they definitely have chemistry, and what's his name, Benjamin, actually agreed. Yeah, the chemistry is there, and she was actually, you know, surprisingly happy. He said she was beautiful in person as much as even more than on screen. And she was happy to see him. She said that, you know, she thought he was attractive. He's taller than she thought he was, much taller than her. And you know, then she mentioned as well that he had soft hair, which she's not used to that kind of hair. So yeah, so there's a bit of this discovery. Oh, I've met this other race for the first time, and they're so different. This fascination. So yeah, that's it for them so far. You know, they're kicking off to a good start. The next couple is, I don't know what couple we did this time. Okay, so the next couple we're gonna talk about the next couple is Rebecca and Zayed, right? So, Mr. I love you so much, Mr. So much. Anyway, so we basically you know, these guys, what's his name, Zayed, is almost like a little boy, and his mama, that's Rebecca, is driving him all over the place. And you know, because that's what it looks like. You know, he's a younger guy, and she keeps saying, I'm here to meet my boyfriend, my 26-year-old boyfriend Zayed. She just keeps repeating, my 26-year-old boyfriend Zayed, with a big smile. Like, okay, this is not something you should be happy to be repeating so often, yeah? Yeah. The cougar thing, it's not working. That's not your thing, yeah? This is not looking like a cougar situation. It's just looking like what it is. So anyways, he wants to go play football with his friends, and she needs to take him. So yeah, they drive to this football field, and yeah, you know, she goes out with him on the court, because actually, look, no, it's a field, yeah. She's on the sideline sitting down and or standing, and he goes out on the field, and he looks like he's about to start playing with his friend, and she's like, Zayed, what? Introduce me to your friends. What? Introduce me to your friends. I'm not just here to look pretty. I want to meet your friends. I'm not just your mom here sitting in the corner. So, yeah, Zayed comes over, and he calls his friend. He's like, come Mohammed, come Azan, come. Okay, you get the point. He calls over a couple of his friends, and he starts introducing them to her. And yeah, you know, at first it was a bit awkward, because everybody's sitting down. She's like, does anybody speak English? You know, somebody did. And she's like, do you like Americans? You know, I'm not really sure, because I mean, when I'm visiting a new country, I don't ask I'd ask people, do you like Jamaicans? It's just weird. do you like Americans? Yeah, as a conversation starts, and the guy's like, yeah, yeah. And then he started asking about her tattoo because her arms were she has a long sleeve of tattoo, and even though I think she had on a long sleeve, you could see some of it. So the guy asked her about her tattoos, and she rolls it up and she starts saying, okay, so I got this arm done and this, and he's like, so how much does it cost for one arm? And she's like $3,000. So it's like, wow. Everybody's like, oh, impressive. And Zayed is like, yeah, yeah. My mama is rich, yeah. My sugar mama has sugar. So the guys are like, wow, that's like almost 6,000 up, 6,000 for both hands, or maybe more. So they interviewed some of the guys, and one of the guys was like, because they were even joking and saying that Zayed looked really happy. He looks well taken care of, and it was almost like, yeah, the guys were acknowledging that you're basically being taken care of by an older woman, a sugar mama, yeah. And if Rebecca is comfortable with that, then so be it. But I don't think she was. Then one of the guys were like, he wants to find an American woman as well to take care of him because he sees where, and I'm thinking maybe an older woman as well because he's seeing where that's beneficial, being young and having an older woman taking care of you. I mean, I ain't fighting that. Women do it. Yeah, equal opportunity. So, anyways, she's there, and then there somebody asks, "How old are you?" And she could instead of saying and her Zayed was almost like, no, don't ask that. She's like, okay, I'm 40 however old Rebecca is, I forgot. And he's like, okay. And then she quipped in, yeah, I'm old. Yeah, nobody said that, but that it's obvious that she's feeling really uncomfortable and she's aware of her situation. She even said that being around all his friends, the reality hits her that she's the older woman and she's in this dating the younger man, and that's the reality of it. So, anyways, we move on to next. They're back at the hotel, and I guess they wanted to go out, or she's like, I've been here, I want to hit the town. And of course Dad is up for going out as well because he wants to show off his rich sugar mama, and he wants to have fun on her expense, her account. And yeah, and he says he loves her. I love you so much. Yeah, I love you so much because you take good care of me, and you're going to keep taking good care of me with all the money that you're going to send from America. Yeah, and then giving me my visa and everything. I love you so much, Rebecca. I love you so much, so much. So anyways, Rebecca went, she's like, I'm going to go put something on and change. So she came out with something exposing her whole big arms, yeah? Her arms are out with all of her tattoos and everything. Mind you guys, yeah? She is in Tunisia. She's in a country, and as far as I know, Tunisia is a little bit more, oh my gosh, what's the term? Tunisia is not one of the strictest countries where you have Muslims, yeah? But the fact is, it is still frowned upon. Women don't walk around showing so much of their arms like I'm doing, yeah? And this is something she knows because she's dated a Muslim man before. And she knows where she's going. So Rebecca, of all persons, has no excuse. She knows she's going to a Muslim country where the women are more modest. Go to Rome, you do as the Romans, so to speak. But you're going to a Muslim country. This is not like you're visiting America, or in that situation, you're visiting the UK, another Western country where people do whatever they want to do, or dress, or should I say, wear whatever they want to wear. You're going to a Muslim country, and there are rules, yeah? There are rules, and some of them are actual laws that you could actually get arrested for, or beaten. So there are specific rules that you have to follow. I'm not going to be wearing something like this in that. I'm not visiting a Muslim country and wearing something like this, guys. That's ridiculous. Why would I even pack something like this unless I'm going to be sleeping in it? I would never think of going out of the house in something like this. Is like any country that I feel there's a majority Muslim, yeah, or you know that the culture is not accepting of women dressing like that. So Rebecca is kind of getting on my nerves here because she knows better, but she wants to she wants to prove some point. Yeah, she wants to take her strength, whatever that her idea of that strength is. And she starts arguing with Zayed and saying, I'm wearing this, yeah? There's nothing wrong with what I'm wearing. Knowing full well that what she's wearing is a problem, yeah? Playing stupid. There's nothing wrong with what I'm wearing. Why can't I wear what I want to wear? You know, this is how I would dress in America. I want to be myself. Exactly. This is how you would dress in America. You are not in America, dummy. So Zayed is like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere with you like this. So she pulls out a jacket. She's like, okay, all right. If I wear this, everything's fine. Yeah. He's like, are you going to be keeping it on? Because if this is what you're going to be wearing the whole night, that's okay. We can go. Yeah, that's fine. So they come to an agreement and they left. Went to this restaurant or spot and they're sitting down, you know, eating and talking. And then, of course, yeah, you know, maybe this is a part of the script. You know, you have to create some kind of tension and, you know, excitement. So I'm going to take this off because obviously Rebecca is not a slim person. And even as a slender person, I get hot. Yeah? So imagine if you're wearing that jacket. And Tunisia, I'm not sure what time of the year she attended. She visited, sorry. But she's on the chubbier side. You're gonna get hot. So she back off the jacket, as we knew she was gonna do, as she knew she was going to do when she left the house. And even Zai probably suspected she would have tried something that stupid. But yeah, she's in the restaurant. She back off her jacket. And then, of course, people start looking at her because it's unusual to be seeing so much skin on a woman. It's almost like her walking with her breast out, yeah? Even in a more Western or should I say a culture where it's fine to dress in the skimpiest of things and showing as much skin as possible. If you walk out with your breast showing, people are going to be looking, yeah? In fact, you probably get arrested in some places. While it is, you know, it's more free. You don't walk with your breasts hanging out. So she's there, and people are looking at her, and you know, of course, Zayed noticed a guy across from them looking at her, and he's gonna tell the guy, "Don't look at my girlfriend. Don't look at her." Zayed, what you expect? Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you went out with your friends and you see a woman doing that, you'd be looking over at her too, like, okay, yeah. Zaya told Rebecca that you are too sexy to go out like that. It's too sexy. It's not appropriate. I know my country and I know you cannot wear something like this. But no. She decided to wear it anyways. So, start an argument because the guy's like, but me not understand. And me would have said the same thing too. Me I them free, them make feel look. Yeah? Me not blind. Me can look for anything me want to look. Is a free, well, it's a free country for men. It's certainly free to look if somebody is being inappropriate, which Rebecca is being inappropriate. So the guy's looking and Zayed is like, don't look at my woman. Why are you looking at her? And of course Rebecca is like, you know, because according to her, she's testing Zayed to see if he's going to be like her ex. But she keeps talking about her relationship with her ex and how horrible it was. And, you know, at the end of the day, there are two sides to her story. And I'm very curious to hear her ex's story. Because I am pretty sure she's as much at fault for the whatever went wrong in the relationship. If not mostly at fault, because she fails to understand that, you know, you're dating somebody from a different culture. And even if they're coming into America, especially in the first 2-3 years, yeah, when you're coming from a culture like the Muslim culture, a culture where Islam is the way of thinking, because Islam is not just a religion like Christianity is for some persons, where, you know, you can have other ideas and still go to church on a Sunday or a Saturday. with Islam, for the majority of people, it's a lifestyle, it's a religion, it's the air you eat, you breathe, it's the food you eat, it's everything. It is government, it is culture, it is way of life, it's religion, it's everything. So you can't expect a guy who is coming from that culture into the US, and I'm not going to be going too much into politics and immigration, but that's one of the things they've been that has been said about the fact that Muslims, especially the Muslim influx in Europe, that and Muslims have to be re-educated, so to speak, or people from Muslim country, because even though they're coming to a European country, yeah, and they may have heard some things and everything, it's still a shock because you're coming from a country where a lot of things you're seeing is like it's like a teenage boy going to a strip club for the first time. I'm here in Switzerland. I see young girls going to school in very short shorts. You see little girls going into school during the summer in very short things, yeah, very exposed. And the thing is, I know that coming from Jamaica, even coming from Jamaica where there's a lot of freedom in dressing, when you see something like that, you're like, okay. As a mother, I would say, and if you have a daughter and she's wearing some of these things, in Jamaica, you would be like, okay, I can't have my daughter wearing this on the road, or especially not without me. And even with me, she can't be wearing certain things because you have some men with perverted minds. And I'm saying this as a Jamaican, and I know that is an issue we also have, with all older men targeting kids. This happens. Not going to get into too much of that. But the fact is, I'm here in Switzerland. You see girls doing that, and men are not paying them any attention. Nobody's noticing them. If a girl is in a short shorts and she bend over, just minding her business or doing what she's doing, or a little girl playing. I notice as a Jamaican, because I'm like, wow, okay. Coming from my background, I kind of understand a bit of the fear behind it, and it's kind of different. So when you come here and automatically I look at I kind of circle the vicinity to see if there's anybody looking at her weird, because in Jamaica that there will be some people looking at her in a way that you're not comfortable with. Yeah, even as a female myself, I have to be careful, because that's for another video. So when you're going into a Muslim country, yeah, you have to obey their rules as well. You can't be going there and asserting your Western lifestyle there as a one person. You go there and you follow their rules the same way when Muslims are coming to non-Muslim countries or Western countries. They have to respect the laws and the lifestyle and the behavior of the population. Yeah, you might think that it's not okay based on where you're coming from and your religion, but at the end of the day, this is where you are, this is the way of life, this is normal, you're the one who has to adjust your thinking. But that's another story. So Rebecca is just playing really stupid, and she's talking about the fact that she's testing him to see if he's going to flip off like her ex, or if he's going to get angry, or if she's going to try and force her to cover up her, because he's saying that she's perceived as not being a good woman if she's walking around exposing herself. He's not saying he doesn't think she's a good woman, even though, it is in his mind, because that's his culture and you cannot avoid it, and it's not even his fault. It's where he was born. That's his culture. If he comes to America and even you're together, after a while, he's still going to have the idea that, I would like my wife to be a little bit more covered up, even though we're in America and it's acceptable here. So anyways, yeah, he and the guy getting an argument, and she's like, trying to hold him back, and he's like, listen. And he's up in the guy's face, and they're almost about to have a fight. And she's saying she doesn't like that. But she's the one who's causing it. You don't temper, I would say you don't give a dog, put a bone in front of a dog's face. But I'm not, that's not even the comparison. She started this whole thing, and to prove what? Nothing, because at the end of the day, she's not going anywhere, because she's a desperate woman who's an attention seeker, and this is her last opportunity as far as she's concerned. So she keeps saying that, you know, if he starts doing this or behaving like my ex, it's done. No, it ain't finished. You're not going anywhere. Anyway, next couple, Avery and Omar. So Avery and Omar, you know, and her mom. Avery, her mom, and Omar are now in Lebanon. Yeah, they've already met. She's, you know, seen him off for the night, and she was even talking about the fact that he's so kissable. Yeah, and yes, Omar is an attractive young man. Yeah, attractive guy who's ambitious. So we get all that. So she's like, you know, he's so kissable, and she, you know, should have wanted to kiss him, and you know, should have wanted to spend more time with him. But in his culture, he's not allowed to do that, which is now in his culture and his religion, he's not allowed to do that. That's what she said at first, and then she's like, which is now my religion. So even though my culture dictates that, you know, I can do this and it's okay, my religion is now saying that I can't do it as well. So we caught you there, Ava. We caught you there. We caught you there. Because you're still, you know, it's pretty obvious you're still half-hearted about this whole Islam thing. You're just following it to follow the man, to lead to the man. And that's never a good idea. But we caught that. She's telling us that old Avery, halal. Or halal, yeah? Sorry, no, haram. Yeah, you can correct me if I'm wrong. But old Avery is basically bad Avery, new Avery, halal. I don't know who told her she's, you know, whatever. But that's what she thinks. Yeah, new Avery is good Avery. Previous Avery was better. And by the way, I peeped as well that previous Avery was a little slimmer, because there was a photo that she showed where she was like doing some like an Instagram pose or something, and she looked much slimmer there. And then I noticed that, wow, Avery has actually put on a little bit more weight, and I don't think it's the hijab and the whole outfit. I think she's slowly putting on weight underneath that whole thing. But anyways, so yeah, so her husband to be, Omar, you know, next morning he comes and he's like, yeah, so, you know, she's like, okay, what are we going to do? You know, because she would like to do other things, obviously, but he's like, you know, let's go shopping. She's like, oh yay, you know, what female? Which female doesn't like shopping? And yay, yeah, we're going shopping for my wedding dress. So the mom is like, he's, you know, can you see her in her wedding dress before the wedding day? He's like, yeah, sure, you know. Mom is like, okay, in our culture, you're not allowed. Mommy, we get it now, yeah? You should get it by now. You've been you've been planning for months, or as long as your daughter has told you, which is not just suddenly, that you're going to be going to Lebanon as well. You should have done some research on the Muslim culture the whole time, yeah? Instead of trying to deny, and yet you're still following your daughter, because at the end of the day, she's the one who's leading this thing, and you're going along with it. And you should have done some research. So anyway, so we don't want to be hearing that, oh, in my country, or, you know, we know what happens in Western country. And most people I know have a clue about what happens in Muslim countries. And if you don't, if you're going there, you find out. So she's talking about, you know, she was hoping that she'll be able to go wedding shopping with her daughter like people traditionally do in Western countries, because it's a fun activity. And yes, I understand that, yeah? But Avery's going to deny you of that, mommy, because, yeah, she wants to go shopping with her husband so he can tell her if what she's chosen is he can guide her, you know, in what the proper attire should be. And yeah, we can understand that. So they went wedding shopping. They went to the store, wedding dress shopping. They went to the store. She's telling the attendees or the store clerks that, you know, should like a wedding dress, yeah, something that's not halal, something that's halal, but has sparkles, yeah. And of course, you know, the lady's looking at her like, okay, this foreign woman, obviously a Western woman, okay, is gonna come tell us she wants a wedding dress that's not halal. Okay, sure. So they picked out something for her. She tried it on, you know, her mom, she came out in it. Her mom says, that's nice, you know. Omar is like, no, yeah, it's too whatever. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't really like it either because I don't like how it fits my shape or how it looks on me. Next dress, yeah, mommy likes it. He, you know, she likes it as well, I think, but because I guess it was sparkly and everything and wedding like. But he's like, no, it's a bit too tight and whatever else it was. No, he wasn't feeling it. So of course, mommy is kind of getting annoyed now because mommy's like, you know, why should he have an opinion on her wedding dress? Yeah, she should be able to wear what she wants to wear. Old Avery would have worn what she wanted to wear and not wanted anybody to tell her she can't wear it because of so and so. And now new Avery is open to this and having a man tell her you can't wear this wedding dress. So anyways, she goes ahead, changes because Omar isn't really feeling it. Gets some other dress. This time she comes out, you know, and Omar, yeah, this is nice. She likes it. Mommy likes it. Everybody agrees. So they leave. So later on, you know, okay, well, let's go for a little celebration, so to speak. Mommy wants to celebrate because her daughter is going to be getting married. And of course, since they've been in the country, you know, this, I guess, is their first night actually eating out and everything. And mommy is ready to get loose because she deserves a drink after having to deal with all this mess. Yeah? All this stress. So they went out and, you know, they're like, he's like, what would you like to drink? And mommy's like, me, I'll have some wine. And Avery's like, nah, no, I'm not gonna have wine. I'll have, I forgot what drink she chose, but basically something that's non-alcoholic because new Avery doesn't drink alcoholic drink. So of course Omar was like, you're having wine? It's bad for you. And mommy's like, I'm not the one coming here to get married to you. I can drink what I want. Wine is okay occasionally. Yeah. So it's like, okay, mommy gets her wine. She starts sipping it a bit. Start feeling easy and nice. Yeah. And of course, at this point, she's like, okay, I want to know what else she can't do. Since she can't do this and can't do that. I'm like, okay, finally, mommy's going to be doing some research. It's after the fact, yeah. Don't go on through the door, but okay, she's going to be doing some research. What can't Avery do as a Muslim woman? So she started looking it up and, you know, she comes up on a page. I guess it's probably one of the most popular pages because people view something like that more often because it's very controversial. And it's basically saying that a Muslim woman is supposed to behave, should behave like this. She's basically the man's property, which, you know, we've heard that before. She's the property of the man. She's basically worth no more than an animal. And as his property, he is free to do what he wants with her. So if it is that she decides she doesn't want to sleep with him, or she's keeping you know, she's keeping sex from him, he has the right to beat her. And there are some other things. So of course mommy read this and she's like, wait, I came across this. And she started reading out what it says, yeah? So it's saying that you can beat her if she's whatever. So of course she's like, you don't plan on beating my daughter, do you? So then he's like, no, I don't need to beat her. She's nice. Yeah, I have no reasons to beat her. Which when he said that, I'm like, okay, you don't need, it doesn't get any better than this. You don't need any more confirmation. He's basically telling you that right now she's fine, there's no need, but when the need comes, yeah, he has no problem with beating her ass because that's his right and that's what he's supposed to do. So of course mommy's like, huh? Hold on. So you're telling me that you know, she's nice to you now, so there's no need to do it, but you don't know the Avery that I've known, yeah? You don't know that Avery. And you know, that Avery, when she pops up, what's gonna happen then? So of course Avery's like, no, you don't plan on beating me, huh? So the mom is like, okay, so it says that you can get another wife. Are you planning to have another wife with my daughter? So Avery's like, Avery jumps in now. He didn't even get to answer. Avery's like, no, he's not going to have another wife with me, you know, because I'm the first wife and he, you know, he can't get another wife without my permission or something like that. Some of me is like, um, actually, he can, and he does. He can get another wife, whether she agrees to or not. There's some saying that, okay, the first wife, you should discuss it with her, and apparently she should agree to the next wife that you're going to take. But how many people actually follow that? If this wife tells you that, okay, you can't have another wife, or the wife, or the person that you're interested in, you are going to say, okay, then, yeah, I have all this right to do this, and you're an animal basically, or I own you. You're worth no more than, you don't have a say in anything. But yeah, I'm gonna just do what you want, babe, because that's the world we live in, where what you want is important, and for peace. So anyways, yeah, that's basically Avery and Omar. This is the situation that they found themselves in, and I tell you, Avery's in for some things, because right now, it's honeymoon time, everything is nice and sweet, but there's gonna come a time after a while of being together, yeah, and as she said, the man's religion and his belief, and naturally his culture is gonna take precedence. It's very important to him, and she's expected to accept everything, having adopted and accepted his religion and his beliefs. So anyways, so next couple is Jennifer and Timothy. Yeah. Anyway, so Timothy has boarded the plane with the big old teddy bear to go and see Jennifer in Colombia, Cucaraca, in Colombia. Anyways, so we skip to Colombia, and we're getting an introduction to Jennifer. Yeah. Now Jennifer is, well, she calls herself like a princess warrior, but I'll call her Xena, the warrior princess. So we see her in the gym working out. She's punching bags, looking like a tough chick, yeah, and in good shape, beautiful woman. So she's telling us that she has some brothers who have been boxers, so that that's kind of her legacy to be a. So we get this about Jennifer, that she's a tough, or she tries to be a tough, independent chick. Except that from time to time, I like to have American men, paying for my bills and things. Anyways, so she next thing, she tells us that she met Timothy online, and that this is her first time dating an American guy, because she's normally dated Latin guys. Her husband, she was married. The husband of her child is Latino, but it didn't work out because they were always arguing, etc. And she met Timothy online, and she thought he had some style. Yeah, we peeped that. In other words, he was pretty average. But then he started showing her the things he owned, yeah, his expensive car, that he has a house, and most importantly, he shows that, okay, he has not been married, but he has been taking care of his ex-fiance's daughter. So there's potential for this guy to take care of me as well, yeah. So that's basically what she's saying, is he's got money, he shows that he's got money, and he shows that he can take care of me, and that's important, because yeah, I need to be taken care of. So she's meeting with her friends. Let's call it one. Her two best Judy are best friends. Juan and Kiki. Yeah. So they're by the pool, and we see Jennifer in her swimsuit, looking toned and everything, and she's like by the pool chair lounging, and she's talking about the fact, oh, he's coming. So the friends are like, okay. And she's showing them pictures again of his, cars and the house that he sent her. And then, she also showed a picture of his ex-fiance who's posing with him. And then the girlfriend mentioned something like, wow, she looks just like you. And I'm like, no, she doesn't. The only thing they have in common is that they have dark hair. Jennifer is definitely better looking than Vanessa. Anyways, So yeah, she's saying that, she's been a problem for them because she's being very aggravating and purposely trying to push her buttons, yeah. And the friends are telling her that, yeah, this can't work. You need to let him know what the situation is. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to him about that because, look, I'm a hot woman. I can get men. I have men lining up, and I don't need to deal with his foolishness. So if he's still, whatever the situation is with him and his ex-fiance is going to end because it's not gonna work with me, and I'm gonna let him know that when he comes here, yeah, because I'm boss. So yeah, so we move on. To the airport. She and her daughter, went by taxi to pick him up at the airport. And before he landed, he was in the air, in the plane, getting all nervous and talking about it's getting close to landing and he's so nervous and he behaving like a little girl. I've said this before that Timothy give me like a lesbian woman vibe, and that's not even. I think that's probably even like an offense to lesbians because lesbians can be tough people, tough chicks. Yeah, not all the time. They're a typical tough chick, but lesbians can be tougher. In fact, regular females, are tougher than Timothy. So he was acting like a real wimp in the plane, talking about he was so nervous with his eye patch about, oh, I'm to make sure that I look rested and everything like a beauty queen. I'm like, I get that he has had a rough couple of years as a teenager, and he was looking like a little girl and he still looks like a girl now that is trying hard to look like a man, but it's just like too much of him. Yeah, anyway, so he comes out the plane with his big old brown teddy bear. And he meets with Jennifer, and Jennifer was like excited. He's like, oh yay, yay, you are here, my cash cow is here, yay. Yeah, and of course they hugged, and he greeted the daughter, which was sweet. And because as a mother, that's you want to know that like the man is gonna be sweet to your child, and there's potential for some good relationship. So anyways, he showed her this big old teddy bear, and of course being a little girl, she was excited about this big bear, and she was happy about that, and of course mommy was happy, and that was like scoring points. Anyways, so they went off into the taxi, and I guess they're traveling back to I don't remember if she booked a hotel for him or is going by her house to stay. I think she's taking him to her house. Anyways, so they're in the taxi, and he can hardly look at this woman. He's not looking at her because he's suddenly again nervous, and it's, you think he's never seen an attractive woman before in his life. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that if he has the kind of cars that he says he has, and a house, and I'm sure he's been around some places, I'm sure, where you have beautiful women. If you have cars, expensive cars, and a house, and in the business that he's in, I'm sure you've seen beautiful women. So I'm not sure why he, or maybe this is how he behaves around beautiful women generally. So he's in the car like a dummy, not looking at her, and she's like, look at me, what? And she was like, that's not cute at all. She's telling camera that that's not cute at all. She's used to strong men. She's used to Latina men, which I kind of have an idea, what she means by that, because I've met Latina men, and I'm a Caribbean woman, and so they're different. And so she's used to Latina men, and he's kind of behaving feminine, and that's kind of not cute. But you know what? We'll go past that. I guess I should be flattered. He finds me so beautiful, and it just means that I can get whatever I want out of him. So yeah, let's just So yeah, he's telling her that he can't really look at her because she's so beautiful, and it's just so strange to actually be in her presence, and it's the whole time that was just so. My son liked to say this sometimes, cringy. It's so cringy to watch. Anyways, at this point, I think he got some call from his ex-fiance to check if he arrived safely, and he decided that he's gonna tell Jennifer this, that, I mean, okay, his ex called him to check if he was okay, and I guess he could not have said, and not have said anything. So he's telling Jennifer that his ex called him to check if he had arrived safely. At this point, I think, that this was a bit of an overreaction, because it could have been anybody calling to check, did you arrive safely? But the problem is, it is that it's his ex-fiance. Does he have a mother? Does he have a sister? Yeah? Why is your ex calling you to find out if you've arrived safely? So that's what pissing Jennifer off, because she already has a pic with him, and this is something she needs to get out and to be cleared up, because it's like she's just dying to address this whole issue. So she of course blew up, and she's like, every minute your ex is like calling you and checking on you, and how would you feel if my exes call me to say, hey, have you eaten, blah blah blah. So of course, she's like blowing off at him. Is she like your girlfriend, or your wife, or is she like your mother? What's the situation? And that's a good question. It's just odd, yeah. So of course, she's throwing a tantrum, and of course her daughter starts throwing a tantrum in the car, because she starts crying now, and this time she's playing with the teddy bear. It's like she literally threw the teddy bear because she realized what is happening. It's like, okay, you're making my mother upset. I don't like you anymore. Take your stupid teddy bear. She was literally throwing the teddy bear across the car. It was so funny. So anyways, that's it for Jennifer and Timothy and Jennifer. So Darcy, we're moving on from where Darcy and Timothy have met at the restaurant, and now he's taking her to an Airbnb that he rented for them to stay at. He claims that he lives in Nottingham, and so he's rented an Airbnb for them to stay at, which begs the question of, where does he live generally? Or, maybe just a one-bedroom or something. So that was kind of like, why are they at an Airbnb? Does he not have a home? But, we'll move on from there. It is what it is. So they're driving towards their Airbnb, and Darcy's in the car, and she's telling us that their dinner went very well and they have chemistry, and she thinks he's amazing. So she's in the back of the car, leaning into him, because Darcy is just too much, yeah? She's the kind of person that is in a relationship, I think, and no offense to cancers, yeah, but Darcy's giving me a bit of a Cancer vibe, if not Cancer. Maybe a little bit of a Pisces vibes. I don't know, but so Darcy's basically up under Timothy's arm in the car. It's like, and they're driving past a bridge, and she's like, oh, it's the London Bridge, and he's like, no, this is not London Bridge. He's like, it's and then they're passing somewhere else, and he shows her a church, and she's like, oh, it's beautiful. Is that where we're gonna get married? Already what Darcy wants. She wants to be in a relationship like her sister and be engaged and married already with 5 kids. But she was in this episode, every opportunity she got, she was like, is this where we're gonna get married? So of course when she said that, he pretended he didn't hear, and he's like, yeah, so, and continued talking. So anyways, they came to the apartment, or the Airbnb apartment. And they got out of the car, and they're approaching the stairs to go inside of the apartment. And of course, Darcy's outside with her luggage, and she's like, oh, I'm in London. Oh, I'm in London. I don't know if she was still drinking in the car or what it is, but she was acting a bit too tipsy. So she went into the apartment, and everything is like, oh my God, I love it. Velvet couches. I love it. Oh my God. You think that Darcy has never seen nice things before? And I am pretty sure Darcy has seen nice things before. Oh my God, velvet couches. I love it. He took oh, this is such a nice apartment. I love it. He along the way, he had some wine prepared. He had like what do you call it, a wine holder, And he was like, what would you like? Red wine or white? You know? Oh my God. I don't know. You choose. And every section of the house they went to, of the apartment they went to, Darcy was just like having an orgasm. Oh, oh, oh my God. I love it. Oh my God. I love it. Oh my God. I love it. And I'm like, Darcy, this is just too much, yeah? Too much. She's probably going for the whole flirty vibe, the whole, let me seduce him with my, with this whole voice and everything, and, it was just too much. Like, Darcy was like literally throwing her head, like she's in ecstasy. I love it. So, he showed her to her room, and, she was like, okay, it's nice, but let's see your room. Yeah, let's see your room. Maybe I like it more, and I want to stay in there instead. And he's like, well, if you prefer my room, you can have it instead. Would you want to exchange? So, she's like, she didn't, I don't remember if she answered. So, yeah, they went to his room, and of course, right away, Darcy's like, oh, I love it. Oh, I love your room. Your room is so much nicer. It's so much cozier, so much. And mine is cold. I don't like my room. Mine is a bit cold. So, of course, she's like throwing herself across the bed in her clothes that she changed in the public bathroom in the airport with all her things thrown all over the floor, just changing. So, she's in her clothes that she's been out in all day. And she just threw herself down on the bed. And, you could see the little short jacket that she was wearing, yeah, the jacket with her booties, threw herself on the bed. You could see all of her her Gucci bodysuit that she had on, all her ass crack and everything out. So, but we peep that, Darcy. We see what you're trying to do. You're not doing a very subtle attempt at seduction. You're being very, very bold, very bold. Yeah. So she's there rolling around the bed, and of course Tom is like, it's almost like he's not even noticing. And he's like, do you want to stay here instead? Then, you could have this room. And, she's like, no, sorry, before that, I think they were actually having something to drink, and before they got to the room, need to capture this moment. And he was, she was saying that everything that he's doing is so nice, apparently Darcy has never had anybody do anything nice for her before. So she was like, going on the most way, and the guy was like, Darcy, I'm a bit confused. I fail to understand. You're a beautiful woman. Who have you been choosing? Because this is now saying a lot about you. You've never been treated this nice before. This is basic things. I haven't really done anything special. I'm doing what a man is supposed to do. Basic things. You're coming to visit me. Yeah? You're visiting me in my country. I'm hosting you. These are basic things that a man is supposed to do. So who have you been dating? What have you been doing, Darcy? Because nothing looks wrong with you on the outside. So what's the problem? So which is the big question. He's cracking into what is wrong with Darcy. What is Darcy's issues? Yeah? Because Darcy has many issues. So of course Darcy starts tearing up. She just breaks out crying, she's like, oh my gosh, it's hard. It's hard, being a woman that, gets treated this nicely by men. It doesn't happen very often. I normally get the terrible guys, and, treat me like crap. And sometimes all a woman wants is for one guy to just to give her a little morsel of respect, just to treat her a little nice, so that she can feel like she's worth something. I don't want to be chipped away at. I want somebody who's going to build me up, because I have no self-confidence for myself, and I don't know what's good about me. I need somebody else to tell me what's good about me. Somebody has to tell me what I deserve, because I have no clue. And that's why I'm in this problem that I'm in. That's my problem. I don't know what I want, because I've never had anything good and I hate myself. And, Darcy went into this whole thing. And, of course, the guy's drinking his wine and he's like there. Awkward, doesn't know what to do. And I could understand as well, because even as a female, yes, we're supposed to be emotional creatures and nothing is wrong with that. But Darcy is just taking it to a different level. And I wouldn't know what to do either, because she just breaks out crying. Just like that. And of course, he even said it. He was like, Darcy's a bit too emotional. He doesn't know if this is normal in America, but, this is not normal for him. And no, it's, I'm not American. Yeah, no, but I can speak for people I know. This is not normal. Yeah? Not all Americans are going around behaving like Darcy. Yeah? Or Rebecca. Yeah? So, yeah, they're in his room now, and, Darcy's on the bed, and then she starts crying again. She's like, I don't want to go back to that room. She's like, she doesn't want to exchange. She wants to sleep with him. She wants him to be in the room, and he's like, I'm trying not to. I wanted you to have your own space because I don't want to rush into things. I'm trying to treat you with respect, woman. Yeah, I'm trying to take the time to get to know you and treat you the way I think you deserve. But, then she's like, please don't leave me. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to sleep alone. Please don't leave me. And, he's once again, like, baffled. He's like, okay, I'll sleep. I'll spend the night. I'll sleep with you. So the next morning, he's up early, yeah, because European people, this is a bland statement, because not all European people are early and on time and wake up early. But, I've known a few British people who make good use of the early mornings, and I've known that about Italians, an Italian person or two. I know that about Swiss people. I know that about a couple of the Europeans who have, I've had the chance to know in my lifetime. And so he's up early. And of course, he is looking like a bit of a mess, because according to him, he comes into the room with this in his nose, all dressed to the gods. Yeah, he's ready to go out. He's having his morning breakfast. He comes with a cotton swab in his nose. And you're like, okay, does this guy not know that he's going to be on camera? Does he not know he's going to be on camera? Could he not have stayed in the bathroom? Is it really that bad? No, it's not that bad. He's just an exaggerator, and he's looking for some attention or something. So he has cotton swab in his nose, and almost stitches a cracked skull like mine, but it's not a cracked skull, guys. That's a bit of an exaggeration. Cracked face, cracked skin. And, he's like, yeah, it's like telling us what happened. He's like, the night before, Darcy had a little bit too much to drink. Where have I heard that before? Why am I hearing so much about Darcy having too much to drink? Yeah, Jesse accused her of that before, and we all thought that, a lot of people thought that he was just being, just being ridiculous and trying to paint Darcy as a crazy person. But now we know that Darcy is a little bit, the clock don't spin all the minute hand don't spin all the way to 12 with Darcy. It stops somewhere, yeah, in the half, the half, it stop halfway, and it don't go all the way to 12. So anyways, he's saying that she had a little bit too much to drink the night before. And so basically Darcy can't handle any alcohol, so she really shouldn't be drinking. Because when she does, she behaves crazy and she does crazy things. And she ended up slapping him or kicking him or whatever in the face. And I guess it was so bad, or maybe he's just so delicate that he needed, his nose was bleeding. So anyways, he comes up to the bed and he's like, she's rolling around in the bed like, oh, I woke up like this. I woke up like this. Darcy, we can see that you have on a full face. Yeah. And that hair with the extension is all combed and everything. You did not wake up like that. You ran to the bathroom either in the middle of the early morning, or you ran while Tom went to get his little coffee. You ran in the bathroom, you did up your face and everything. After you wash off your face from the night before that you didn't wash off, I'm sure. And you're in bed rolling around. It's like, morning. It's like, good morning. Yeah. And she's like, what's up? What's happening with your face? And he told her that, yeah, you basically kicked me in the face. And she's like, really? Why didn't you say something? And of course he's pretending like she, it's not something that's noticeable. So she's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, all right, let's get your ass up. We're going out into the town. We're going to be seeing a bit of the play.
Babysitting a little at this point.
So yeah, he takes Darcy out. Says they're going on a boat ride. Takes her out on a boat ride, and yeah, they're doing a little tour, and Tom is treating her like Darcy has never been treated before. Apparently, didn't know you could be treated before. And she's on the boat, almost crying, not almost crying. Tear actually fell, and he's like, don't tell me you're crying again. She's like, no, not really. It's just the wind. Yeah. So Tom smiled because he knows that, he's dealing with a little baby. Darcy's like a baby. She's so delicate. He even said it, I feel like I'm babysitting. But anyways, fragile Darcy is in tears because she's having a wonderful time. She's having a romantic boat ride with him. And, this is the most amazing thing and the best anyone has ever treated her. And, she asked him if he asked him about his, what are they? I think she asked him at one point, about marriage. She's like, what are they? Are we in a committed relationship now? And he's like, well, I mean, we're just meeting, and I told you that, let's see how it goes. But yes, before you came here, I've been seeing one or two people, and I kind of told them that I was seeing someone and I wanted to see where it would go. He was seeing one or two people. Tom, Catfish Tom, has been seeing one or two people. Anything is possible in this world. Yeah? And if Tom has been giving us this idea that he's a wealthy guy working with a company that's obviously, doing well with sales, and he's making good money. And he's, as Darcy called him, what did she say? Basically, he's giving the impression that he's a debonair. Yeah? Sophisticated, well-educated, wealthy, high-class British guy. You are so what? Debonair. You have this debonairness about you. So basically, he's giving off that impression to us. So chances are maybe he's giving that impression off to other women as well. So, where there's money, yeah, because what is important for women, yeah, a lot of other things are important. Character, honesty, knowing that you can be trusted, knowing that you can be a man and take care of her and provide, and that she has security with you. That's what is important for women. And a part of that security can be eluded with money. So if a man has money, he will always attract a lot of women, beautiful women, yeah, because that's one of the things that women need. Security is one of those things. And if a man seems like he can provide that security in, one way or the other, then he'll have the attention of women. And for women, beauty and youth is our strength. But also as you get older, experience elegance and trying to look the best you can at whatever age you become is important, because men are pulled towards beauty, and of course youth, and yeah, I'm not going to go into that whole psychology of things which everybody knows, but my point is, it's possible that, you know, yes, he did have a couple of girlfriends. So he's telling me, Darcy, that yep, he's interested to see where this goes, and yeah, that's it. I think I've covered everybody, guys. Oh, so hot. Today is so warm. The last time I did this video, it was cool outside, really cool. We were touching on what, 17 or 16 on that day, I think it was. And today we're back in the 20s. It's probably about 24 now or something. So summer is back. And guys, I know I promised that I would have done a video on my first you know, my initial experience and initial impressions when visiting Switzerland. And in fact, on Friday, after we took my son to the hospital and, you know, did everything, and I got back home, I actually started doing the video. And, you know, I had something, I was like, okay, maybe I would do some editing, but there are some other things I wanted to add, but I had to pause all of that. And then, you know, the evening, everything, the day flew off, went out in the evening. Saturday was another thing. And then, of course, Sunday, what happened, and then here I am. And I was like, okay, let me get my initial bandage from the hospital changed, and then, you know, do this video. But if I had known that I would be coming without a bandage this time, I could have done the video before. But yes, I'm gonna work on that video, and I may have to just do it all over, because, you know, it's much easier to just do it over than to be piecing things together. And so you can look out for that. I'll have it by, oh boy, I'll have it before the week ends. Tomorrow's Thursday, and then there's Friday. I'll have it before the week ends. So guys, thanks for watching, and please comment below. Press that little thumbs up button, like my video, and share, and keep watching. Tschüss. Bye guys. See you soon.